Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video I want to talk about a few pointers that'll help you out there be better boaters. A few of them I'll be looking at in my next upcoming rafting season to try and kind of work on myself a little bit as well out there on the river. You know, try and keep myself safe, try and keep my fellow guides safe, our customers safe, kind of stuff like that. The first big one is wear proper gear. I mean, life jackets, splash gear, you know, layers, stay warm out there on the river, stay comfortable. But definitely wear your life jackets. I know a lot of people say that. I've said that a lot. I've actually said that right to the face of a customer before who's loosened their jacket. That just irks me in, you know, all sorts of ways possible. Wear your life jackets. They're proven. If they weren't proven, you know, they wouldn't be around today. So they work. They're probably the best thing out there on the river for you. And mine is my best friend out there on the water. So, you know, wear your life jackets. The proper gear, depending on situations, like during a nice warm sunny day, sure, I'll be out there in like a t-shirt and shorts and sandals, but you know, definitely pay attention to what's going out there. If it's getting cold, you know, pull a few more layers out, put them on. I'm wearing a couple extra layers right now just because I'm partly still on my work stuff. You know, coming off the mountain, it's cold up there, so I wear layers myself. Trying to stay warm up there on the river, or on the mountain right now, and on the rivers as well. But you know, proper gear, proper layers. Another one is alcohol. I know this is probably stretched a lot to a lot of other people. I mean, or a lot of other people have said this anyway, but alcohol out there on the rivers. I personally don't know why people like to do it on their rafting like that. Personally, I like to treat alcohol like drinking and driving. I don't drink and drive. I hardly drink to begin with. And I don't really understand how people can take that to be any different between rafting and drinking, or drinking and driving. I don't know what the mindset of that is really. I have enjoyed a few beverages out there on the river, but I've mainly been when I've been at camp on a long trip. At the end of the day, kind of off the water, taking a lot of kind of the big responsibility from getting a boat down the river off my shoulders. For that reason, I don't really drink when there's customers on my boat, and when there's drunk customers on my boat, I get a little irked as well. You know, I've seen all sorts of crazy stuff out there with alcohol and rivers, and you know, it's just something I don't want to be part of, and I try to avoid it myself. So. Another one is basically, you know, set safeties for each other out there in the river. I've been in a few circumstances out there with a few different companies. Sadly, one happened last year, which, you know, could have ended really badly for me. I was out there in my little gray boat. I have a little Cloud 9 from Rocky Mountain Rafts. It's a really fun little boat. It's a 9-foot boat. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's small. And my first trip ever out with it, I hitched along with one of the company trips I go with. It was a short day, only one boat really that day, so I said heck with it, threw my boat up on the stack and away we went. Kind of right out there on the river, the other guide basically told me was something along the lines of, well, I hope you can keep up, which just, in my mind is just like, what? I'm lost a lot of respect for this guy, really. I did meet him further down the river, but it's just the mindset, or I know he probably was joking, but it's just that thing of, I hope you can keep up. It's just like, well, that kind of happened to me before as well when I was working down in Cody. I got left out there on the river for no apparent reason besides the other boats actually, I guess, thought it'd be safer for them to look for me out there on the dirt roads, which I was a little pissed about, as you guys could probably imagine. So, you know, learn from me a little bit. Don't leave other people out there on the river. Always be looking around, you know, set safeties for each other. After the big rapids, you know, wait for all the rafts to clear out before you paddle on down the river. Even if they're your friends and they got good paddle experience and they're great boatsmen, oarsmen, women, oarswomen, whatever. You know, look out for each other out there. It's the best way you can stay safe out on the river. What a lot of this kind of boils down to actually is prevention out there on the river. If you can prevent an accident from happening, then that's the best way of staying safe out there on the river. I know a lot of people like to go out there and get that Swiftwater rescue course. And in my life right now, there's a lot of people that are working as ski patrollers up on the hill who basically just sit in the shack. And I mean, they do what they do out there on the mountain. I don't mean to be very skeptical about them, but there's a lot of people out there that get the training and they rush out there and say, "Woo, I got the training, now it's time for me to be a hero." Well, in my mind, it's like, you could be a hero to hopefully prevent yourself from using that skills. I have Swiftwater rescue myself. It's a skill set I go through every single year by myself and with others, just trying to remember how to do that stuff. But in the back of my mind, it's always prevention, 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 prevention. So I got the skills, I don't want to use the skills, I want to prevent from myself from using the skills, and in that way I keep more people safe out there on the river. But if I need the skills, then I have them. Anyway, guys, that's the tips I have for river safety. If you have any questions, comments, or anything you want to add, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. Hit that like button as well. That would be awesome if you did that. That would tell me that I'm doing a great job of doing this, and you guys want to hear more from me. It's just a kind of a big booster for me to say that, yeah, you guys like what I'm doing, and I can keep kind of doing this stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will catch you guys next time.